everyone, it's Sean from Sean's Model Builds, and I'm here to show off the unbox the 18-inch Star Trek model I picked up at the Sanford & Sons antique shop in Barrie, Ontario. And of course you can see an example of what else I picked up. Stands for the two Star Wars figures. A small Masters of the Universe book with record, though I doubt it would work on the Fisher-Price record player. A big Masters of the Universe book. The Golden Book, just like I had as a kid. This one is 1985. So for all we know, this is the yeah, one of them anyway. Here we go. Gee, the Horde. Yes, that's the one I had as a kid. I still have it, of course. And Star Trek Voyager cards and a Star Trek book from 1968. So I'll take a look at the kit now. Now this is what I think they call a short box kit. Here's the 50th anniversary kit, which is an example of the long box kit. You can see the difference between the two boxes. Now this long box kit is just by AMT. This is by AMT Ertl, so there's a difference between the two of them as far as packaging and branding. Time to open up the kit here and take a look. Shouldn't be, it isn't taped together, okay. And as you see, the back of the box is empty. Doesn't appear to have a copyright date on it. Maybe the instructions on the bottom will. But you can see how all the, except those clear parts. So they are going to have to be put into a nice bag and get protected. Here we go. There you go. All right. So you've got the instructions and you've got the decals. Now, there's the decals, so you can build the entire kit. Still doesn't see the box for the placement of the markings. Well, I do hope that there's actually a assembly guide here that tells you how to put the markings on. No, but it does. It does tell you which windows are what color. So let me align it properly and we'll get to it. 1 second. Oh, Vader fell down. Give me a minute. Be right back. Bought those bases hoping they would keep the figure upright, but they didn't seem to do so. So, oh well, that's all right. Okay, so let's take a look at the guide here. Where does it start? All right, it does start. Starts over here. Okay, here we go. So, how to assemble the saucer and the nacelles with their intercoolers and everything. And the intercooler pieces, and here's the intermittent pieces including the bottom. Now it sits in a cradle stand. That's good. Deflector dish. Now that's the infamous salad bowl deflector dish. Don't worry, when I build the 50th anniversary piece, I sourced better parts. Federation models. Still isn't telling us what parts to do, but there's the painting guide for the windows. And here's the painting guide for inside the ship. Okay. And there's the name. Now, nothing on the guide itself to indicate what year this kit was produced. But AMT Ertl, it must be at least the 80s. So I guess I will open up the box and we'll take a look. Be right back. I mean, open up the bag of parts. Alright, so you've got the big parts, including the saucer section. Now it has some flash on it, I agree. I wonder if there's anything on the inner part of the saucer that tells us what year it's from. Nope. Okay. And here's the upper saucer with a faint set of grid lines, like the Revell one from Germany. Well, that's interesting. So it must be at least 1991, but before 2016. All right. Secondary hull, left and right sides, bottom. There's a tiny, tiny, tiny peg hole. See that right there? That's the same tiny peg hole the Enterprise had about 7 years ago when I repainted it, and I had them drill a new hole for the polar light stand. The cells with their tabs, that's good. The intercoolers. Now the parts that broke off here would be these separate parts, the parts that go on the back of the nacelles. And there's the deflector housing. And of course, here's the other intercoolers and the nacelle cups that go on the front end. The infamous salad bowl deflector dish. The easel stand, which wasn't included in the other kit I had, the 1000 scale. Shuttle bay, nacelle housing. So that's pretty well an overview of the big parts and the small parts. So I'm going to put the small parts in the bag, and I'll be right back. So everything's back in the box. And you put the cover on, and then find a place on the model shelf for the box. Well, for right now, until you need to get at the paint, wait a minute. I might have an idea. Let's see if it works. All right, revised middle Star Trek shelf. And of course, there's the upper one. And the lower one is partially obscured, of course. And I put the big stealth fighter in the front. The other planes and Sea Kings and the Maverick jets that I bought in 2019 when it was supposed to come out in that year. So it is slowly working. I'm just going to switch the Airfix Queen Mary kit to like this. There you go. There. So this is a good example of my models so far.